Good morning, friends. It's Nancy, and we're back to work on some more pages for a recipe for a journal. So here we can see I've got 8. I think I got 8 pages done. So we have 10 to go. These next few pages are going to be simple, simple, simple. Page number 10 calls for some more tea-dyed paper. And I thought, no, I'm going to use this straw paper that Alice gave me about this time last year that I've been hoarding. I have not used a single piece until today. But I thought this is going to be great for my gold journal. And it's very, very simple. In the recipe it says to cut it 9 by 8.5. So this is actually 8. And I want, do I want to go tall, or do I want to go a little? I'm going to go this way. So I'm going to cut it 8.5 and fold it so the pages are 8 inches tall rather than 9. I've never cut this paper before. Hopefully it will cut with a knife okay. Otherwise, I'll be cross. Slick. All right. The recipe also calls for scraps of textiles to make another tab. On the inside bottom. So I've got some of this. I thought maybe I'd use like this part and cut the green off. And I got a little bit of this. That really covers that up. I don't think I want to do that. I could go put the lace underneath. Okay, so I'll just go a little wider. Like that. So these little threads here. I'll tack it down with a little bit of glue stick. Actually, I can even let that hang a bit because it's a tall page, or a short page, I mean. And then do that. Oh, I gotta fold that right in half. very, very thick. Just felt like it was leaning a little bit. Okay, I will sew that down. Maybe maybe I could add a little something like that, but not that color. Get over yourself. That's pretty. It won't work, but it's awful pretty. Yeah, that totally won't work. I bet you I have some kind of a something. I just feel like I want to get another layer in there. I could add a little picture, maybe. I have a little book. Where is it? There it is. It has little angels in it. Yikes, he's kind of frightening. Maybe. He's a good one. Of course, I have to look at everyone. I have to know what all my options are. Okay, I'm gonna go with that first one. And I'll just do a little tear around it. No, that's ridiculous. That's just ridiculous, Nancy. Also ridiculous. How do I put one of my trees on it? Might do that. Santa's cute, but he can't live here. All right. There we go. That's it. Okay, so that's the recipe. Just add a textile cluster in the bottom corner. I had a scrap of paper here somewhere. Of course. Oh, there it is. And I thought maybe I would just keep the title. So this isn't part of the recipe, it's just a little something extra I thought I might do. Yeah. Yep. So, how's your weekend going? It's Saturday morning as I record this. Just gone 6 o'clock. Just halfway through my first coffee. I don't have any particular big plans this weekend. This might be it. Nothing wrong with that. So I'll set that aside and sew that. Do all the sewing all at once. On this side, I'll probably pin on like a little bow of something with like a brass safety pin, maybe, just to sort of give that another layer. On the other side, so both sides look equally lovely. Okay. Just making sure my power cord isn't in the way. All right. Number 9. All right, this calls for a business letter, an invoice, something like that. I am going to have to pause to grab something though. So I am going to have to cobble a couple of invoices together to make this the right size. So I have a short one and a long one, or medium one, and I want it to be 9 inches. So I'm going to glue this in the bottom. Both of these have December 1924 dates on them. Okay. This will be the back, so this will get folded that way. That's a little crooked. A little crooked, Nancy. Yep, we're good. This is a little narrow, but that's okay. Now I'm trying to decide, do I want to leave this open so something could be tucked in there? Can't hurt. All right. So I'm going to make a tuck spot here in the bottom. And on this side, I'm going to put a textile pocket. So first I'll trim off. I'm going to trim off everything to the lightest border there. I'm so sorry, we lost a chunk of video. So I'll try to catch you up. I finished cutting this out and I put some gold wax, gilding wax on it. That's just sitting up there to dry. Then I took a piece of fabric, glued a little trim on it, and I've just got it tacked in there. I'll sew that on and then trim the edge. So I need to make a piece of tallish ephemera to go into this pocket. And I have this tag that I bought a ledger last fall, and it had, well, most of it was ledger, but some of the pages were covered in newspaper clippings. So those pages I cut with a die to make tags, and I added this heat embossed stamp. So this was in my stash, and I just needed to add a little bit of backing so it can be used for journaling. I had this right here in my pile of stuff, so I added this gold paper reinforcer. I just trimmed this down and I'm inking. And now I'll glue it down. Okay, now I can put that in this side. Oh, I want to put a ribbon on it. Maybe not a ribbon. Piece of antique lace. That'll go there. Now for this side, I've got other tags from my stash. I can do that one. I also have this one. Or I have this old card. I'll barely show. Or still have cut aparts. Let's take a look at this one. Looks a little narrow, or the pocket's a little narrow. I'm gonna have to take off some edge. Looks like I got it crooked anyway. Yeah, I can leave that. Whoop. Everything's coming crashing down. Hopefully that will work. I'll ink the back and maybe do gold on the front and maybe put some kind of tab on it. I think I want to ink this too. Yeah. I think the dates on this newspaper were in the 1870s. So right around 150 years old. Isn't that something? Okay. lid. And put that aside to sew on the sewing pile. I don't know if they had other colors at Joann's of this wax. It's called Hero Wax. Just about done. Just trying to get a little more smeary in there. Okay, put that up to dry. Page 8 next. Let's see, what does page 8 say we have to do? Okay, page 8 is a lined piece of paper. And here it is. This is actually from an old ledger. So I'm going to cut this 9 inches tall. It's crooked. Either it's crooked or I'm crooked. I think this was from the 30s. Got this torn edge here. Let's maintain that. And fold it in half. Yep, that's perfect. And again, we're doing another little tab here about 3/4 mark here, and I will use this. Got this last week, I think, at the thrift store. There was like a kit, like to make, I don't know, probably a whatchamadooey. Probably table runner, but it was all matched. Those ones weren't in it. So this maybe was the background and the binding. I think there was another one too. Anyway, there was a lot of fabric in it for I think I paid $7. Kind of like this one too. I'm going to use this one. I'll save that for something else. I just thought a little piece of lace would be pretty. It really won't. Okay. There we go. All right, I'm going to sew that on. Oh! Should we do some sequins? Maybe. Have these like flowery looking ones? Whoop. Nah. What about the big flowery ones? Nah. That's not nice at all. We can do something else later. Add a bead, a pin or something. Okay. Sewing pile. That was page, I forget, 8. So what does page 7 call for? Oh, this one I remember. Again, this is just folding a piece of paper. So page 7 is a graphic book page. So a map, a technical drawing, an architectural drawing. I'm going to use this page from an Ideals magazine. Has a little poem on the back. I am going to trim off the gluey edge. But I need to trim off the bottom too. And hopefully that will leave the little poem intact. Not bad, not bad. This one doesn't need any sewing. But on this star here, I'm going to add some glitz with I have Stickles and I have Nouveau crystal drops. So I think I'm gonna do stickles. When you're putting stickles on, hold the nozzle just above where you oh yeah, I'm demonstrating this great. Where you intend to place them. Went off a little bit, just a little. It's not bad. Gotta be careful not to stick my hand in the stickles. Okay, gonna put that up to dry. I see a spot. I'm going to pause and do my sewing, and when I come back, everything will be dried, sewn, tucked, filled, and all that stuff. I'll be right back.